Okay, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Yellow with me, Amanda, and today we're going to be catching Articuno, and it's a very long and frustrating and arduous task that we are just going to skip over me being frustrated and angry with, because I'm not going to watch this over again, because I don't want to and be reminded of how much aggravations. And so I had to dig around and find yet another questionnaire thing, and this is about cosplay, and I like cosplaying. Cosplay is a lot of fun, so we're just gonna go for it. Alright, so number one, what was your first cosplay, and when did you wear it? My first cosplay was, now are we talking actual cosplay at a con, or like Halloween? That wasn't like store-bought, because I don't count store-bought as actual cosplay. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a purist, make your own damn costumes. So if we're gonna go by that, it was Hardcaptor Sakura, or however you want to pronounce that, and it was one of her pink outfits, and it had a cape. It was very badly done, because it was the first time I ever sewed anything by myself, and I was in 6th grade, and it was for my 6th grade Halloween party, at school. And the thing about being in Ohio in October, at the end of October, is that it's very cold that time of year. So most of my costume was under my coat, and I wore my cape and my hat, and I carried my staff. But most people didn't get to see it when we had the Halloween parade around town, because I essentially live in Stars Hollow, and we do cheesy things like that. So yeah, my first costume, Cardcaptor Sakura, and I've done Sakura a couple of times, just because there's so many cute outfits to choose from, and there's so many. I love clamp style, and I'm always like constantly feeling challenged to actually, make it a reality. So how do I make this three-dimensional? Alright, number 2. What was your latest cosplay, and when did you wear it? My latest cosplay was a Lolita Captain America, and I wore it at OhioCon this past year, so in January. And yeah, it was a lot of, it was fun because it was like the first kind of really sexy costume I've ever done, and I had to make sure that I didn't make it too sexy, because, I'm not the kind of person that is, a sex appeal person, someone who is full of sex appeal, and B, I'm very modest, so I didn't want to, like, flaunt my everything everywhere, but, there was some cleavage happening, and, lots of other Lolita cosplayers there, or people who were just dressed Lolita. I don't think wearing Lolita fashion at times counts as cosplay. I think that just counts as showing off your fashion. So fashion, and a lot of them were so welcoming and open to me. This was the first time I've ever done Lolita as well, and they were all very, very just kind, and a lot of them, they asked to take pictures because they'd never seen a Marvel Lolita costume before done in their fashion style. So it was an overall great experience, even though I couldn't breathe because I was wearing a corset. If you've never worn a corset before, it's very difficult to breathe when, your ribs are being held in place by lots and lots of metal. Number 3, what was your most technically difficult cosplay to make, and why? I'm just gonna say my Neoqueen Serenity costume, because I had to make everything from scratch, and I had to figure out how to make these gravity-defying butterfly wings, essentially. They're like, it's like a bow, but also fairy wings at the same time, so and they're enormous, like they jut out so far from your body, that I had to figure out a way to make it, like, transparent and also stay up. That was a conundrum, and I still didn't get it, like, too correct, so I'm, and I want to redo it anyway, or at least modify what I have now. That's on my list of things to do, is to rethink the wings / bow / I don't know what it is. It was just a challenge. It's a fun challenge to think of. Again, making something two-dimensional into a three-dimensional aspect of something. What is your favorite closet cosplay and why. So closet cosplays are what can I cosplay as that I already kind of have in my closet. So like a casual wear. So I guess like I can do a couple of things. I could probably do a Kagome because I have the wig already, and I could do Osaki because I have the Serenity wig, which is just her hair, and my hairstyle is Android 18. So if I could find an outfit of Android 18's, it's not her actual thing, which I do have an Android 18 costume, which is just regular clothes. Like I wear the miniskirt all the time because it's so easy. Just wear it with leggings like she does, and ta-da. So I guess I could just do Android 18 for the answer. But I could turn since I have the wigs, I could do a couple of different characters. But I just don't because I don't really cosplay. If I'm gonna cosplay, I'm gonna go all out. Number 5. What's your favorite costume to wear? I kind of only do it once, like a one and done. And I shouldn't because I spend all this money on it. I should do it more than once, but I tend to not do it the next time because a couple years ago, I was much smaller than I am now. But favorite costume to wear? The least cumbersome one to wear is the Android 18 because it's just regular clothes, which is so nice. I never wear uncomplicated costumes. My least favorite to wear, probably the Captain America Lolita, because I have to have somebody, like, get me into the costume. I need to have somebody to, lace me up and button everything in place and tie things on and pin things on. Like, there's a process, and I need to have another person helping me into it. So, yeah, probably go with Lolita, just because, it takes 2 people to get me into it. Number 6, which costume did you have the most fun constructing? It wasn't Queen Serenity. I had fun with it, but it was, like, just as equally frustrating as it was fun. My Maka costume was fun, because I got to make a trench coat for the first time, and I accidentally made mutton chop shoulders for my coat, which isn't what it looks like, but it still kind of gave it a different flair than the other Makas, because this was just when Soul Eater was getting popular. So that was just fun to do, like, just kind of making it up as I went along. I got to hack things up, wear a tie, and I don't know, it was fun. Favorite part of cosplay construction? Coming up with, like, sketching out the different parts and how you're gonna do each part of it. I'm kind of trying to figure out a TARDIS dress right now. So I have all these different sketches done of what do I want to style it as, do I want to make it a period costume, do I want to do this or that, and if I'm going to do that, well, what are the parts that I'm going to do with it? So, okay, well, I figure out this, and this can be this part, and just figuring out the different separate pieces and how it's all going to fit together and look the way that it's supposed to look. So I do like that aspect of it, the figuring out part. The least favorite part of it, spending all the money. My Neo Queen Serenity costume ran me more than $400, just buying all the separate pieces and parts together. So if I had made that for somebody else, I would have charged them so much money because there's, material, and then there's also how much time that took me several months to make. So that's one thing that it's just very, yeah, I would have, like, charged somebody out the ass if I was making it for them. Number 8, favorite prop? I don't really do props. Props are a pain because I can't really make them. It's very difficult to make a prop. Props. When I was Maka, I carried around a big book, and if I had a soul that I ran into, I would hold up the book, and they'd be like, "No, don't Maka chop me," because what she does, if she has a book and Soul is pissing her off, she smacks him on top of the head with it and says, "Maka chop." So we'll say that. And least favorite, again, I I had a wand for Sakura, and it just looked really bad, so I guess that, but I was, you know, very young too, so I didn't really know what I was doing, so on that. Number 9, tell us your favorite makeup brand technique. I'm so bad at makeup. If I'm with somebody else, I'm kind of makeup with my makeup. Because I guess we could just go with, I try to go for a very neutral look. I don't try to I make my eyes pop, as in like I wear eyeliner and mascara, and I make my lips pop with a little bit brighter than neutral lip tone. But I don't try, because I don't really cosplay characters that wear a lot of makeup, so I try to do just very presentable for pictures, so I don't look pale, but I still don't like go all out with the makeup. So very, very neutral colors that just, it's very natural. So, that's a bad answer, but we're gonna go with it. Have you won any cosplay awards? If so, what for and for where? I have not won cosplay awards yet, mostly because I don't do it often enough where I'm gaining enough experience to be better, but someday I hope to win something, you know, sooner or later it has to happen, right? Keep going, and eventually stuff happens, is how it goes, yeah. Are you working on a costume right now? No, mostly because I'm broke. So I can't, A, don't have money for a costume, and B, don't have money to go to a con where I would wear it. But like I said earlier, I have sketches worked out or I'm working on sketches for a artist dress to eventually, cross your fingers, I really want to go to Gallifrey 1. But so I'm working on the TARDIS dress in, the very beginning stages, so hopefully I can get some use out of that eventually. But yeah. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this one. Yay, I caught Articuno. Yeah, so I will see you guys next, or I won't see you guys next time, but you will hear me next time, and thank you for watching. Okay, bye.